Live from New York, it's the Disney Holic Show!
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Mike TV.
And that's Jen Diz.
In today's episode, we visit Times Square to share a review of Wish. Then we search the Disney Store to see if there's any Disney characters looking for work.
Work?
What?
Frank Sinatra.
Ooh, what's that one?
Is dead. Do you know that song?
Is that the like the Two of Hearts one or something like that? Like that era?
It was like the Peaches era. Do you remember her?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I remember Peaches. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Anyways, Frank Sinatra sings that song. It's up to you, New York, New York. And I've been here for 2 weeks, and I think it's been stuck in my head for 2 weeks because we have been running all around Times Square. We actually just got back from Manhattan, soaked to the bone. It's raining. I can hear it in the background. I hope you guys can too, because it's quite nice, actually.
But how fun was recording the opening for this episode literally live in the middle of Times Square? We stood up on the things and we saw all the bright lights around us, and we did it. We did our song intro, or our episode intro.
We did in
Very
front of
fun.
everybody. It was,
That's the way to do it.
you know, that you got to do it, and that's a lot of people were doing it, so I don't feel so weird.
And
okay.
Today's your last day here in New York City visiting.
Yeah. I know. We got a really special last day. We got to go downtown and see Wish, which is only coming out the day that this episode airs. So
Yeah, Thanksgiving week. Happy
Right?
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. I hope there is a lot for everyone to be thankful for. I know we are thankful for you.
And so much to watch. So much to
much.
consume.
So much.
Besides Wish, there's stuff on TV. There's new things, Disney, non-Disney. So fun week ahead. But yeah, we went to go see Disney Wish, the new movie. I keep trying to not think of the cruise ship. Okay, Disney's Wish, I think.
I know, like, should we say it like that?
Disney's Wish,
Yeah.
which is their current feature-length animated film, which is also celebrating their 100th anniversary of Disney coming.
So yeah, we will review that one for you later. Give you wait, did I already say that part?
Okay, first of all, we are delirious. So this is the fun end of a crazy trip, and we're trying to give you all of the Disney download. But let's start with the Disney Store, because we have been trying to get there for the last 2 weeks. We would show up in Times Square because we are night owls, and we like to go wander in the middle of the night. The bad part is things are closed. So
Including
tonight,
the Disney Store every
we
time.
finally got to go to the Disney Store.
Yeah, that was nice. It was weird because you know how sometimes your memory, especially with Disney, I feel, your memory turns into this like grandiose version of what it is because everything in Disney is grand. And I had this FAO Schwartz from the movie Big vision of what the Disney Store felt like last time, and it's much smaller than that, but it's still really cool. There aren't Disney stores anywhere anymore, so like that was pretty cool to get to go back to the one in Times Square. I found out that they no longer have meet and greets there, which was kind of a bummer. I thought that would be a really fun, weird thing to do in the middle of the day in Times Square. They used to have like princesses and stuff in some room upstairs, but no longer. I have friends, pictures of friends, or wow, pictures.
I have friends.
With my friends. They're in like 2010 or something like that. So it's been a minute. But nonetheless, really cool. We got to visit there, and they had a bunch of cool Christmas trees made out of things from the area that they were selling stuff in. Like there was an Avengers area, and it had a Christmas tree made out of like the Malamar. How do you pronounce it?
Malamars are candies,
Malamar.
right? But I think you're thinking of...
What?
I think you're thinking of a hammer? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir. Yes,
What is
that one.
Malamar? It's like a chocolate or something.
I don't know.
Malamars. Sounds like an old school candy.
Oh, like a mallow? Like a marshmallow?
I think so.
ones?
It sounds familiar, but it is not Thor's hammer. But you are right. They had a bunch of Avengers-related gadgets and
Yes.
gizmos, aplenty, and they made a Christmas tree out of it. They had a Star Wars lightsaber Christmas tree.
That
and
was
then
cute. I almost want to make one of those.
you caught like a cool Pixar one on the way out. Very cute.
Very creative, so good on them.
And the Disney cast member found us. We found a fellow Disney-holic. She came right up to us, beeline to us, asked us about everything. And
our whole lives.
Our whole lives. I ditched you, so you were stuck with her a little bit. Then she came around and found me, but she complimented my Figment shirt, and we talked about annual passes with her and all this stuff. So it's always fun to see another like Disney Parks knowledgeable person not near a Disney park, right?
Yeah, that was nice, I have to admit.
So she was really sweet. Shout out to that cast member. I don't know your name.
Yeah, I don't know her name either. I was too awkward trying to like look at things without being rude about ignoring the conversation. I was like, no, I just got in here. I want to look at stuff. She's very sweet nonetheless. But yeah, got to visit the Disney store, and that felt very New York. And since we are delirious and on vacation, and well, not vacation, we're working, but vacation in the evenings, I thought we would just have a little fun in today's episode. So we're gonna be playing a couple games with you guys. So play along, please. And then we're going to do the Wish review somewhere in the middle there, but we'll give you guys a heads up and then continue on from there. So Mike, you have some trivia.
I do. I have some trivia for you, and we're going to make this so easy that it will be so hard. So we're going to start with a question about New York City that's related to Disney. And what parade can you often see giant Disney characters floating by every November, including Mickey Mouse, Olaf, and others? What parade is that?
Ooh, this one we actually talked about in a previous episode, and it's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Correct. Exactly
ding,
that.
Ding, ding,
Perfect phrasing. And you could watch that on Thursday morning on the TV. And speaking of, it's going to be playing on a certain network that got its start in New York City and is still headquartered in New York City. Very famous television network owned by the Walt Disney Company. What TV network is that?
I'm guessing it's ABC.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, wait, that's NBC.
That's NBC.
Oops. Yes, the answer is ABC. I just did the chime for NBC. ABC must have a jingle, right? I just don't know. But yeah, that is the broadcasting arm of Walt Disney's the ABC TV network.
Very cool.
I have a fun one here for you. And we just walked by it, and this one's going to be actually pretty hard for most people. New York City, we walked by the Aladdin Broadway show, which was next to the AMC where we watched Wish.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the theater in which Broadway Aladdin has been for quite a while now?
Ooh, I am not a Broadway person. I do not know my stuff around this.
On Broadway.
We weren't close to Radio City. I don't even know if they have a Broadway at Radio City Music Hall.
Nope.
I don't know any
I'll give you a clue
Studio 54.
so that we can help people who might know the names of theaters.
Okay.
What do you think of when you think of tulips, marijuana, and
Amsterdam.
Europe? Oh yeah, there you go. What is it?
Oh, is it the New Amsterdam?
The New Amsterdam Theater. Correct.
I still didn't know that was the name of a theater, but I know about New York was called New Amsterdam, right?
There you go. New Amsterdam Theater is the name of the theater in which you can watch Aladdin. You can also go across the street to Dallas BBQ. And I also saw that there's a Target there, so this whole area is becoming, what do you call it?
Gentrified.
Is it? It's even worse than that. What is it? Corporate?
Yeah, I don't know what that's, because it's like next level.
It is weird. So yeah, we spent some time tonight in Times Square. And back in the day, wow, over 10 years ago, I think at this point, I used to live right around the corner, and that would be so fun. I would just walk to Times Square, I'd go to the movies. It was already Disney-fied a bit back then. It wasn't like the cool red light districts we hear about, but it didn't have a Target. Like now there's these big chains there, which is a whole other episode. What entertainment company did Disney acquire that was founded, based, and stories often take place in New York City? What entertainment company did Disney acquire?
Oh,
Yeah.
is it ESPN?
It is not.
Okay, one more time. What?
They acquired an entertainment company
Entertainment.
that was founded in New York City, still based in New York City, and its characters and stories are often from New York City.
Oh, Marvel.
Marvel, yes, Marvel Comics here in New York City, acquired by Disney in 2009.
I did not know they were from New York.
There you go.
The only thing I got from that clue was the characters are from New York, and I know that part. Wow, I did not know that.
Stan Lee, all those people, that's their neighborhoods that they drew and created superheroes. I'm looking right behind you on my wall, Spider-Man's there. Very cool. Okay, so here's more of a fun fact than it is a trivia because I didn't know about this. But apparently there was a promotional movie tie-in where they transformed NYC subway cars to the inside of I can't do it without ruining it. Star Wars. There's the answer. They did Star Wars themed New York City subway cars when Force Awakens came out. I did not know that.
What?
Was I even here?
The insides of them?
The insides, yeah.
What did it look like? I need to look that up now.
We gotta go find it.
What?
Very interesting. Okay. What annual festival or what annual fan festival often has cosplay events that take place in Central Park? I also didn't know about
Central Park.
Central Park.
Outdoors? Mm-hmm. With cosplay?
I guess it is a nice time of year.
I was going to say Comic-Con. Is it just Comic-Con? Mm-mm. Yeah, I wouldn't think that'd be outdoors.
Very specific fan
Avenger
celebration
Con.
day. That would be cool.
Fan celebration day. Shoot. I don't know.
And I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime. At nighttime, it might look cool if they do this in Central Park.
Oh.
In spring.
Lightsabers. Give me some new lightsabers.
May the 4th.
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, and that's interesting because that's not New York City specific, but apparently they do stuff in Central Parks. And now I have FOMO that I never knew about this.
They do have a lightsaber meetup in San Francisco too on May the 4th.
Ah, that sounds
And then
fun.
they also have a pillow fight in San Francisco on Valentine's Day. Just saying.
Oh.
Like a giant pillow fight. It's pretty cool.
Okay, there's a Disney musical which started as a movie. Then it went on Broadway. It was kind of the reverse of what it usually is. So a Broadway-style movie musical that came out, I think in the 90s. And it's set in New York City.
Oh.
2 centuries ago in the 1890s.
What? Is Disney?
It's Disney.
Period film in New York.
Mm-hmm. Musical.
Shoot.
And
are there...
I think we like these kind of outfits too. They're very cute. Very cute. It's giving me
Mary
DCA.
Poppins. Oh, DCA.
It's giving me DCA. It's giving me Buena Vista Street. It's giving me
That's not 1890s.
something. Read all about it.
Newsies.
Newsies, the movie musical, which then became a Broadway show, but Newsies starred a very young Christian Bale as the star.
Yes.
Who knew that he was like a musical actor? I don't know that he's done song and dance since then. He's like very serious.
I don't think so. I remember him. He was sang in Empire of the Sun. Do you remember that movie?
I don't.
It was
Is
a
that
big
about Asia?
blockbuster. It was about the kamikaze fighters, I believe.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, it's been a long time.
Okay, and then I have one final New York City related Disney question for everybody. And this is the longest running and most successful Disney theatrical Broadway production of all time. And it is still running. And I have not seen it.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, did we walk past it today? And every day we've been in Times Square.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. It's pretty central.
Is it Lion King?
It is the Lion King. Yep. It was definitely behind us today when we did the opening for this episode.
Yes.
The billboard was. But yeah, Disney fun facts in New York City love to combine things we love. And there we go with some trivia.
Very cute. Thank you. It's a perfect match.
Ba-dun-dun.
That's what we've been doing this whole time is Disney and New York. So sweet. Well, the other thing that we did in New York City today was go and see the movie Wish. It came out this afternoon. And, I was like, we're all here, or the two of us are here together. Let's go see it. So we went and watched it.
Wait, that is funny, though, because we almost went on Sunday. So there was a fan event, right? And I think we saw it on a lot of people's Instagrams over the past weekend where they did some advanced screenings for Disney Plus subscribers and D23 members.
Yeah, you had to be like both.
You had to be both to get it. Some cool things, but we already had our tickets reserved for Times Square, so we thought we would hold off. And but it looks like there were some cute things. Like some people got some Star plushes. Star is one of the characters in Wish, and some other fun things. I'm sure that happened for the fans.
Yeah. That was a little early for me also, but
Yeah,
I think we made the wise decision on that one. But we did get to see it today, so we are going to review it. So if you do not want to hear about the movie yet, please skip forward. I get it. It only came out today, but we are here and we're excited to talk about it. So
yeah, expect some light spoilers. The funny thing is we're fresh out of the theater, so we haven't even done our usual look up all the Easter eggs, watch the YouTube videos. We haven't heard much from many fans yet, so this is just what we think of this new movie coming out of the theater. How many stars out of 5 would you give it? Let's start there.
For reasons that we'll discuss later in this review, I'm going to give it a 3.
3
Yeah,
out
I'll
of
give it
5
3
stars?
out of 5.
All right, 3 out of 5 stars. That's still pretty strong. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Not a full 5. So I make this wish. Can anybody finish the lyric?
Not me anymore. We were singing it the whole way back.
Oh, make this wish. Must be something more for us than this. There must be something more for us than this. Okay, so let's start there. Normally, when I leave a movie, a good Disney movie, and the more I think about it, the longer it has been, which is kind of sad. But usually when I leave an animated musical Disney film, I'll have a few earworms in my head that I can't stop singing, and then I can't wait to learn the lyrics. In this one, there were a couple good songs that got my feet tapping, and then the main song, "This Wish," which we've been hearing all over the promos, sung by Ariana DeBose, who plays Asha in the movie. That's the one song that stuck in my head, but we were saying we can only do one part of the chorus because the rest of it is really hard to sing, and it's a lot of words. It's like a mouthful of words.
It's a lot of memorization, right?
Yeah.
You have to remember all the lyrics. It's I kept thinking or wondering if it might be Lin-Manuel because I did not look into this movie at all. I didn't know who sang or wrote or any of the stuff. And I just know that he is very word heavy. So I was like, is this him again? But it doesn't necessarily sound like him exactly. So I was a little confused. Mike filled me in that they hired a pop star, right?
Yeah, singer-songwriter. And she did most of the song and lyrics. And then as we were leaving the theater, I think I was waiting for bathroom time. And I just did some quick searches. There just seemed to be a lot of people involved in this movie. A lot of creative people, but sometimes too much is too. What is the word? Less is more. Less is more. Yeah.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
They had a young singer-songwriter do some of the lyrics, some of the songs, then other people composing. Tons of writers that did the actual movie. But 100 years for a Disney animation studio, for an animation studio, they have a lot of shoulders to stand on.
Yeah.
Follow. I can't think of all the phrases, but yeah.
They could bring in anybody basically
yeah.
at this point to do whatever they want.
And they've had so many good movies. How do you top it? And during the celebrations, a lot of pressure, I feel, riding on the performance of this movie. Okay, so you gave 3 stars. I gave 4 stars. Talked a little bit about the music. What else did you think about Wish?
Well, I want to say one more thing about the music. That's why I gave it a 3. I think overall it was probably a 4.5. I didn't hate it at all. but the music really killed it for me because I have to have that good Disney music, and it just didn't hit for me. Maybe it will after the second, third time. Sometimes Disney classics, you have to just kind of get stuck in your head, like you said, but like more so over repetition versus the instant love, right? So like that didn't happen. That true love's kiss did not happen today for me in the music. But yeah, the rest of it, I think they gave us a lot of what we were asking for. And then one of the biggest things that I was excited to see was how they announced before that they were going to use a lot of different forms of animation in this film that would cover, I don't think they said all, but a lot of different types of animation that they used over the last 100 years. And I thought that was really unique and special. And I did see a lot of that going on.
Gorgeous.
Even from the very beginning. I was like, oh my God, there's like 5 different types of animation in this one shot. I can see with my own eyes without knowing. I'm not like an animation guru.
And they opened with a storybook, just like some of the classic animated Disney films. You could see watercolors, you could see computer animation, you could see hand-drawn. It was just so
camera
beautiful.
Usage.
Multi-plane. Gorgeous.
Computer generated also. Like, so they're just the whole extension of what they've done over the years was going through that. So that was really cool. I think that was like a big score for me that they did come through with that. Yeah. I almost wish there was a little more. Like the characters pretty much all look like they were drawn the same way, and I kind of wish they were drawn differently. I thought that would be kind of cool, but not like too much, because that would also get kind of obnoxious. But I wish that maybe they had figured out a way to do that a little differently. But yeah, that really worked for me. How about you?
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Like there was times where I was just looking at the textures on like the skins, textures on the walls, textures of the fabrics, and it was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I also really liked the main character, Asha. I wasn't sure if I would or not because they showed her mostly in the trailers, and then we saw Magnifico, who is played by Chris Pine. So I'm wondering how these two characters were going to come to life. But yeah, she made me smile, and like I wanted to follow her hero's quest and what she wanted to do. Love that she was mixed race. Okay, I barely get to see that, and I'm mixed race, so I get super excited. And I had a feeling she already was just by her character design. They also mentioned she's Afro-Latina, which is a mix as well. But then when I saw on the screen that she had what looked like white appearing father and then grandfather and then the black mom, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And all the kids that are watching this too, like just normalizing that there are families like that. That was really special for me. And that happened right in the beginning. They start introducing you to her story. But we also got to learn about King Magnifico's backstory through the storybook art, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about this entirely. They did like start off reading from that storybook and then went into the animation from there and kind of finished it off. That was really cool.
Yeah.
What was his story?
It was giving me Beauty and the Beast vibes because usually we hear about female antagonists first, but female protagonist. But in this case, it was him. So I was like, okay, this is already a little bit different. And some shit stuff happened to him as a kid, and he no longer believes in things like wishes. So imagine being able to forget that there's even something that you long for, and that sort of planted the seed of this villain he grows into, where he wants to take your wishes from you and store them away, and while he has them, you forget that they exist. So that whether or not those wishes come true, which he's kind of a pessimist, he's saying most wishes don't come true. So he's trying to get you to avoid that. And we can see how that takes shape in different characters and how they go on with their lives after they had their wishes taken away. And it's kind of depressing and sad.
He also reminded me of like, almost like the law or something, because he had people's wishes and he would only grant the ones that worked for the community. Yeah. So it almost is like taking people's dreams and telling them, no, you can't do whatever you want, because that could... He actually was kind of both a hero and a villain, because he did have some genuine moments where he was like, this is too vague. Like, he literally used that word, this is too vague, and it could cause a lot of destruction. So he was actually worried about their city and their home, but then it kind of like got carried away with the power he had of being able to control people's wishes, and then just wouldn't even let people have their ones granted that weren't bad, which is terrible.
Yeah. I like that they made his motivations complicated because he thought he was doing the right thing for a while. And then when he needed extra power, he did some dark magic with a book, and then he just went pure evil at that point. Eyes turned green.
Yeah, like obsessed.
Yeah.
Envy. He gave me major Jafar vibes,
I could see that.
right? When he turned
Especially
into the
sassy,
Supreme
too.
Sorcerer.
He's a little bit sassy. Love his look. He's very handsome, silver fox. Mm-hmm. And I
Can
can't
we
wait
get
to
one
see
at the
him.
park?
Yes, I'd like to
Please.
see this character in person, please. And he even had some singing numbers. He had quite at least 2, maybe 3 songs, which was good. So there were a lot of songs, whether you liked him or not. They gave Chris Pine a moment to shine and show that he could sing. What else? They had so many Easter eggs. Like I think the movie was good. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. But I think the reason why I would watch it again isn't necessarily for the movie or the music.
Yeah, to catch more
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
I want to catch all the Easter eggs. There were so many hidden things going on, and some I would catch, some you would catch, some we shared after, and we're like, oh, I didn't see that, you didn't see that. What were a couple of the things that stood out to you that were fun little...
Oh my god, there were
Gems.
so many. One I loved, and I can't even remember exactly what it was. I think it was when she got the stick, the magic stick,
yeah.
not the wand at the end, the stick. And didn't it start drawing the Disney Channel thing, like the little
Shoot,
Mickey?
I missed it too. Look, I missed
Something
it.
in the movie started drawing that. I can't remember if it was the stick, the wand, or something else entirely, or the star maybe. I can't remember what it did, but somebody started drawing that Disney Channel thing, which was hilarious. I
That's
love that they
cool.
had that. What else? There's some. What is on top of your mind for
I
this?
liked figuring out that the 7 co-workers
Oh yes.
or friends of Asha were inspired by the 7 dwarves from Snow White. What tipped me off was Dopey, the guy who looks like Dopey. The character design was pretty spot on. So I thought, okay, what are they trying to do here? And then I counted the other 6, and then I started catching on. And then someone was sneezing, and then there's this other person who was grumpy. And then there was someone who had bags under their eyes who was sleepy. And he turned out to be one of those people who had their wishes taken, and that's why he was depressed and sleepy, which is kind of sad.
I thought he was just depressed because he didn't get his wish, and I was
Right.
like,
And then the main
go past that.
sort of sidekick person for Asha, she looked like Doc once I started to putting it together. She had the glasses and the red, so like Doc the dwarf, who was like the smartest that helped Snow White throughout her story. So seeing how they intertwined the 7 dwarves was really cool. There was also a neat scene where King Magnifico was crushing some wishes that he decided to grab from the wishing area, and they were sort of homages to other Disney films. Like one of them was a wish for kids to have a nanny that did really cool things. So that was Mary Poppins.
That scene especially, they had the 3 wishes. They're like in these bubble things, right? And the first one we saw it, and he talks about Fantasyland, and it was Peter Pan flying in it. But the other 2, he didn't show what was in it. He just described it. And I love that because he was kind of like letting us figure it out instead of showing it to us. I actually really like that part.
True Love's Kiss. And then Peter Pan himself showed up. A version of Peter Pan with a version of Wendy. And a lot of these inspired by characters were giving me Disney Bound.
Yes.
Which was kind of fun in its own way. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was cool too. To see that like come full circle in a Disney cartoon. Really crazy.
That was cute. What was the other one? I just remembered there was something. Oh, it was cute. The goat, the cute little goat sidekick also. Valentino, thank you. I keep wanting to say Da Vinci. I don't know why. Valentino. He said at some point, he goes, oh, wouldn't it be nice if there was like a metropolitan area where animals all all types of animals get along and wear regular human clothes? And I was like, Zootopia, right? So that was fun.
I would love to see a short, like, they do these Disney shorts, a crossover where Valentino shows up.
Ooh,
in
that'd be cute.
Zootopia. Very cool.
Hey, we didn't get a short. I guess that's just Pixar that does that though, huh?
Disney does. We didn't get a short, actually. But I was thinking at the end, shouldn't they have played the Once Upon a Studio at the beginning?
That would have been perfect.
Right? It would have set it up and then let you know that you're going into this movie that exists because of the Disney company. I would have loved that.
Yeah, that would have been.
We have ideas,
ideal.
guys. We have ideas.
Hello.
What?
One of the, I guess we're just doing spoiler heavy anyway, but the end credits, so stick for the end credits. So cute. I almost freaking cried again. The grandfather finally got to play his guitar, which was his wish. You'll see in the movie. And he's playing When You Wish Upon a Star. It's like beautiful version of it on his lute. Is that what it's called?
I think it's a guitar in the movie, but let's talk about that for a second. Because I Googled, and I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks that the grandpa is supposed to be inspired by Flutie Flam from Black Cauldron, which we reviewed not too long ago on the podcast. But he had the same sort of like Renaissance cosplay going on, and the medieval type of musical instrument that was a lute in Black Cauldron, and here it looked like more a guitar. And then I Googled it when we were walking around, and I haven't seen anyone else saying that. So either I'm the first, or it has not to do. But in my heart of hearts, he is Flutie Flam in a multiverse.
I mean, he's pretty close when you look at the two of them.
Right?
It seems like he resembles them enough, just as much as like the Seven Dwarves, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're onto something there. It doesn't have to be spot on. It can be nodding.
But definitely stay for the credits. You'll see constellations form on the side of all of the... I think they went through maybe every Disney animated film at least and had a character to represent each one before the end credit scene of the guy playing the music. What else? The star design... the character's name is just Star.
Oh, yeah.
It's very adorable.
Very cute.
It's like ready for production. Toys, plushies,
Oh my
stickers.
God.
I want all of it.
They have popcorn buckets at the movie theater for it. It's the cutest thing. I almost got one, and I'm like, Jen, you need to chill on the popcorn buckets. So I did not get one, but I really wanted it. It was like clear or like a transparent yellow. It was very, very cute. And side note, they also had popcorn buckets, I guess. Yeah, popcorn buckets of the cats from the Marvels, which is hilarious.
Yeah, AMC.
And they're giant, and they come in the eggs. If you've seen the Marvels, there are these eggs that are hatching.
Like
with
alien.
these alien cats, yeah. And then they're big, and then they're blind boxes, which means that you don't know which cat you're getting. So it could be all these different cats inside this egg, and you don't know which one you're gonna get until you open it. And I'm like, I've never seen a blind box that big before. It's usually just those little toys, like Kid Robot or something, but that was pretty cool.
Very cute.
What else about the movie?
I will say with the Wish movie, I tried to avoid spoilers because I wanted to have the story be surprise. I think the downside of that is I interpreted a lot of it wrong from the expo. And so I expected something a little bit different. I had thought, for whatever reason, that King Magnifico and his palace and all that existed on a wishing star, which was like a planet somewhere else. And Asha was in the real world, and she somehow would travel to that. I don't know why my mind made up that story from the expo. And so as soon as the movie started and we realized everything was just here, they were just in a land, fictional land granted, I had to quickly accept that. I'm like, okay, there's no interstellar stuff in this movie at all. Okay, got it. So it was still good from there. So my expectations were completely changed, which didn't really make an impact, but I was very confused at first.
You know what I think my expectations were that were also incorrect, and no one ever said it would be like this? I thought it would feel more like a classic fairy tale. Like a Disney movie, like the classics. Even though it's modern, I thought they were going to find a way to make it have that feel to it. Doesn't feel like that, at least to me. It feels more like the modern Disney films, which is fine too, but I kind of was craving that a little bit. I thought that was going to be really cool to see them pull it all together and do like the roots of Disney. I thought that would have been really, really cool. And with that said, I remembered another thing that really annoyed me in this film, which brought it down, probably that other star down, which is funny. We're rating stars, and it's
Stars.
one of the main characters' star. was there were a few moments where in my head I was like, ugh, DreamWorks. I just kept saying DreamWorks. And it was these kind of annoying scenes. Anytime I get annoyed in Disney, I think of other companies that do it a lot, like the Trolls movies and the what are those guys? The yellow ones.
Minions.
Like those things all annoy the crap out of me. And then they had a couple scenes like that. It wasn't too extended or too much of the movie, so that was fine. But I was just kind of like, oh man, I wish they didn't go that route in this specific film, especially. Like, I really wanted it to be this nice dedication to Disney without feeling like it's only like a montage or a documentary. I wanted it to feel like a new film, paying tribute instead of just kind of being modern and
I think that's
some stuff in it.
I think that's what the issue was. I think they didn't know. They tried to go in so many directions.
That's true.
And
That's true.
I imagine all the creative heads trying to do, they had one vision and then you had to put all of theirs together. And I want to know what it would be like if they simplified it a little bit more and didn't try to make it too modern. What a hard homework
and there's
assignment.
ways to do, like, one thing too, there's a lot of like girl power again in this movie, which is also modern, unfortunately. It hasn't been all the time, but it is. And like you could still do that and have it feel like I feel like Frozen does that well, actually. They have like a big girl power thing with Frozen, but that feels more Disney than this film did. You know what I mean?
I think Frozen was I may correct myself later, but I think Frozen 1 is the last time I left a theater like, wow, I just watched a Disney classic come in before my eyes. And I don't think I've had that since then, including Wish. It's a great movie, but I didn't feel that same way. Encanto I love, but it still took me time to love it. I didn't even watch it its opening week. It's still a good movie. But you're right. Like, I'm craving just a classic Disney, and Frozen figured out how to make it modern, but it still felt Disney. You're totally right.
Yeah, I think that was probably the last one I had that feeling with, because there's a lot that has come out in between then. Like, one I keep thinking of when this type of topic comes up is Moana, because Moana had a lot of good music. That was Lin-Manuel, speaking of, when I was just bashing him a few minutes ago, but they had a lot of catchy tunes that you come out of the movie singing and remembering a lot, and it gives you the feels and stuff. Oh, that's what it was. The music didn't give me any feels.
No feels.
There's zero feels for me. Except for the When You Wish Upon a Star at the very end. That was the only one.
The This Wish song is the only one that gave me feels. And I love a good reprise moment. So when the song came back on at the end and the whole village was singing with her, I did get some goosebumps there. I gotta admit. I love a reprise. There's just something about it. Like Aladdin has a good one with Riff Raff Street Rat, and then Ariel has another good one with Part of Your World that she does later. So I'll give it that. I like that. But yeah, the other songs I don't remember, but I'll probably force myself to love it by listening to the soundtrack over and over. I did that with Encanto, and I ended up loving it more afterward. But yeah, craving a good Disney classic, and I don't know. I think it's a bygone era. Like, this was their shot. They shot their shot.
Yeah, you can't read. It's the 100 right now. It's gonna be over, and then this would be the exact time to do that.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of the 50th anniversary at Disney World,
Yikes.
when they didn't dedicate anything to Disney World. It was just about like the Disney company or whatever, and movies. And I'm like, hello, this is about the park. Can we get some park entertainment, please? So yeah, maybe a little bit of a miss, at least in my book.
So final thoughts on Disney's Wish. If you're a Disney fan and you have nostalgia for the animated films, and you just like seeing beautiful animation and easy story, go watch it. You will love it. Set your expectations that it's a fun tribute to Disney animation with a couple new characters, some familiar and fresh concepts.
Yeah, my 3 stars is just over median, right? So 2.5 would be right in the middle. I give it a 3 because I feel like it's worth it. Like, it's still a good movie. It was still entertaining, and it was still, except for I fell asleep twice, you guys.
No, I can't
maybe
believe
even
that.
3 times. I don't know.
I can't
Just for
believe
like seconds, but I definitely had a moment. It was right when I got kind of like, all right, I'm gonna lay my chair back, and then I was I'm like, okay, gotta put my chair back up.
Those
Getting
comfy,
too old.
comfy
Oh my God.
recliners.
Yes, they were very comfy. But yeah, I definitely think everyone should give it a chance, and maybe you'll feel the same. Maybe you'll feel very different, and maybe you guys will be like, those Disney-holics don't know what they're talking about, and I would love to hear more about that. So
Yeah, we want to know what y'all think.
yeah, please share. Well, Disney has been out for 100 years now, and I was thinking about it, like there's like sequels, and these characters are used a lot in commercials, like Tinkerbell. Let's think about Tinkerbell, right? When did Peter Pan come out? Was that the 60s or the 40s?
No idea.
Sometime, a long time ago.
Previous century.
Peter Pan came out in the 1900s. And, excuse me, I knew that was going to come. And then you see Tinkerbell and like all the Disneyland stuff. And she is working. That's a girl who has a job, right? But maybe not all of the Disney characters that were in the older films have jobs. So I was thinking, ooh, I just banged that thing on the table. I was like, I wonder if any of these characters are looking for work. And then I traveled to LinkedIn.com and looked them up. And I'm going to read their profile description that gets to know them a little better on LinkedIn. And I want you and everyone listening to try to guess who these characters are.
Okay, from wishing to workplaces, we are going to guess some Disney characters based on their LinkedIn profiles.
I mean, they might be out of work. You don't know. These guys got to hustle now. So.
All right.
All right, the first one, this is going to be a very good one. All right. On this character's profile, it says, passionate leader and wow, this is not a good time for me to read. Passionate leader and eternal optimist. As the face of Disney, I've been bringing joy and magic to audiences worldwide for generations, from black and white to the latest colorful adventures. I've been the heartbeat of Walt Disney Company.
Well, that has to be Mickey Mouse.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
It sure is. That was Mickey Mouse's LinkedIn. I guess he's looking for work, but we see him in the park working all the time, so maybe he's just hanging out there. I guess he's just
multiple places at the same time, even.
He's so famous. He has a job. He can close. He can put not looking for work on his profile.
And he's an actor, so actors need gigs in between.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right, this next profile read, adventurous and determined with a passion for exploration and a love for the world. Skilled in adapting to new environments and overcoming challenges for the pursuit of achieving my dreams.
It could be so many. Hold on.
It could. Maybe lean on the passion for exploration.
Passion for exploration. Is it Ariel?
It's Ariel!
Is it really? Okay. All right. I was actually thinking of Halle Bailey's Ariel. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
That is weird. They've done it. They've done it. They've created a second Ariel because I now thought of her. Especially when you said exploration, it reminded me more of this particular live-action Ariel and Eric's relationship. That's what I think of.
Oh, yeah, especially at the end of the film and they take off on their adventures.
Yeah.
Well, that girl is looking for work. That film didn't hold her over long enough. All right, next up. Resilient leader with a no-worries philosophy, overcame adversity, learned life lessons, and embraced changes, ready to inspire others and find their calling.
That sounds a lot like Simba to me.
That is Simba! You could change a couple of these things saying, resilient leader with a Hakuna Matata philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
And embracing changes in the circle of life, if you wanted to update that one.
There you go.
All right. The next one. Fearless and a symbol of determination. Overcame society.
Vampire.
Overcame societal expectations, broke barriers, and embraced the warrior within. The world committed to breaking stereotypes and gender equality.
One more time, please.
Fearless and a symbol of determination. Overcame oh my God, I can never say it correctly. Societal expectations, broke barriers, and embraced the warrior within. The world committed to breaking... I don't know what the world is. Let's take the world out. Committed to breaking stereotypes and gender equality.
I am thinking about when will my reflection show who I am inside. I am Mulan.
You are Mulan.
Yes, Mulan.
Oh my gosh, where would we get Mulan a job at?
She could work at CrossFit. I think she'd be a great
my goodness,
CrossFit instructor.
Oh my god, Orange Theory. Let's go.
There you go.
All right, next one. Ooh. Spirited and creative. Oh my god, this thing keeps blocking me here. Okay. Spirited and creative with an artistic flair, known for adventurous spirit and healing touch. Resilient and always ready to find the light even in the darkest places.
Well, she does have healing powers in her hair, and her name is Rapunzel. We saw the Rapunzel Tangled Lanterns today on the escalator up from the first floor to the second floor of the Disney store.
That's right.
Times Square.
That's right.
I like where you're going with the job placement, though. Where would we?
Yeah.
Rapunzel. Where would she go to work?
Ooh, Supercuts.
Ooh, a hair salon. But you know, you got to utilize her strength. She's also an artiste.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh, I don't know.
She likes frying pans.
She does like.
Maybe she could be one of those amazing chefs that make their food look like art.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. Culinary
Yes.
expertise. Okay. Next one. Easygoing and carefree with a love for the simple necessities, known for fostering a sense of community, joy, and the importance of friendship.
Okay, this one you got me stumped. I have a couple of options. May I have the clue again?
Yes. Easygoing and carefree with a love for simple necessities, known for fostering a sense of community, joy, and the importance of friendship.
Could it be Baloo?
Look for those bare necessities, those simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
All right, that's
yes, that was
Baloo.
it. All right, I got a few more. Keep rolling down this. So where would we give Baloo a job?
Baloo. Oh, bare necessities.
Baloo would be a greeter at Walmart when he retires. Because he's so nice.
He's nice. He's friendly. I can't think of anything. Like,
I'm finding all the bad jobs for everybody.
yeah, he could
No
work at
offense if you guys
Walmart
are-
greeter Baloo. I'll see you
Oh,
there
Baloo.
at midnight.
I could see, that would be so cute. I would probably just end up talking to him for an hour with like my whatever random stuff I bought in my bag stuck at the exit door. Okay, next one. Energetic and optimistic with a knack for spreading happiness. Skilled in navigating the complexities of the human mind and turning challenges into opportunities for growth and positivity.
What on earth? That sounds like a bad cover letter for a job applicant. Okay, one more time,
This is
please.
my cover letter. You're supposed to be guessing me. Just kidding. Energetic and optimistic with a knack for spreading happiness, skilled in navigating the complexities of the human mind and turning challenges into opportunities for growth and positivity.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say Joy from Inside Out.
It's Joy from
Is it
Inside
really?
Out.
Okay. The others
See?
were like classics, and then this one threw me off. Which we did, by the way, see the trailer for Inside Out, which played
Oh,
before
yeah.
Wish. Looks very good.
Oh my god, anxiety. That's Aquafina, right?
Is it? I don't
sounded
know.
like her.
I don't know. There's, I think, 6 new emotions. There's a bunch of new emotions, but yeah, they showed us anxiety. Very
Oh
cool.
yeah, what are
looking.
they? Okay, anxiety, boredom.
Boredom. Did they do horny? No, that's a
No.
different cartoon.
That's turning red.
Big Mouth. Big Mouth on Netflix has like a horny hormone monster.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Inside Out too.
Yeah, I am too. When I started seeing it, the trailer go on, I was like, oh, I really like this movie. Like, that was a really good one.
Yeah, I was like, you get to see these friends that we haven't
Yeah.
seen in a while. Love it.
All right, should we keep going for a little bit?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do we give this person a job?
Joy should be a therapist or a guidance counselor.
Ooh, yes. I was for some reason thinking she should be a Disney cast member on the cruise ship.
Oh, that too.
She's got a lot of pep.
That too.
All right, next one. Hardworking and environmentally conscious, dedicated to preserving the planet and finding beauty in simplicity. A tech-savvy visionary with a heart for sustainability.
Shoot, I thought I knew who it was, and then I got thrown off. But I'm still going to go with my gut and say Wally. Wally.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, where would we give Wally a job?
Oh, Wally.
Sweeper at Disneyland.
Good work. First, my head's still in New York City, so I'm trying to put them all in New York, but it doesn't have to be. Wally would be a good employee at Apple because he likes things that look like Eve. And
True.
he can recycle, all those trade-ins we do.
Ooh.
Laptops, phones, and
Okay.
batteries.
Okay. I like that. He could compact them.
Wally.
I'm thinking maybe we give him a job. This is in the future now because Wally's also in the future. I'm going to say that we're going to end up having, similar to what they already have in Tokyo, they have a robot cafe. And he's going to be an entertainer in this AI-driven robot cafe.
I would like him to have a second life the way DJ Rex did.
Yeah! Oh my gosh,
That'd
that's
be
so
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? All right, next up. I consider myself to be magical with a flair for showmanship, master of improvisation, creativity, and bringing laughter and excitement to any situation. Ready to turn career dreams into a reality.
Wow, okay. I haven't got one wrong yet.
You haven't.
So I think
Killing it. I thought Baloo was going to throw you off.
I think this is the one that's going to get me because there's some key words that I would think show up but did not. But I'm still going to go with my heart on this one and say genie.
It's Genie.
Oh, okay. I thought there might be like a wish or a rub pun. But...
Oh, that's too easy.
Yeah, way
I
too
couldn't
easy.
make it that easy. In
Okay.
fact, I had it written in here. What was it? Ready to turn career wishes into reality. Change it
okay.
into career dreams because it's too easy.
I
All
love
right.
it. Oh, genie.
Genie. Where would we give Genie a job?
Genie. Oh, that just makes me think of Robin Williams.
I know.
Genie would be a fun. Okay, still in New York City state of mind. He'd be a fun tour guide of a double-decker bus.
Yes, perfect.
All the improv, the comedy, and he could like transform into things he's talking about.
Oh my god. Perfection. I love it. All right. Legendary with godlike strength and a head for justice. Experienced in overcoming challenges and embracing one's true potential, ready to take on tasks of mythic proportions.
Shoot. Ugh, I want to end before I get one wrong. Can I hear the clue one more time, please?
Yes. Legendary with godlike strength and a heart for justice. I think I said head for justice. Heart. Sorry about that.
Justice.
Heart for justice. Experienced in overcoming challenges and embracing one's true potential. Ready to take on tasks of mythic proportions.
Okay, I hope I don't get this wrong, but I'm going to go the distance here and guess Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
That's right.
Hercules.
Hercules, where would he have a job?
Hercules. Maybe Magic Mike or like a stripper.
Oh, what? Okay.
Stripper show.
I was thinking that he'd be a mover
Oh, he could
to
be a
move
mover
me
too,
to
yeah.
move me to SoCal, please. Okay. Next up, wise and eccentric with a knack for turning challenges into learning experiences. Known for teaching valuable life lessons and fostering a love for knowledge.
Oof. I think this is the one that I'm going to get wrong. May I hear the clue one more time, please?
Wise and eccentric with a knack for turning challenges into learning experiences. Known for teaching valuable life lessons and fostering a love for knowledge.
What? Oh, this is the one. This one gets me.
There's only one more after this. You're so close.
Shoot.
Come on, 100%.
Knowledge. Can I have a follow-up clue, please?
Sure.
May I phone
Let
a
me
friend?
think. Phone a friend. He might be a teacher.
What?
He likes to take his knowledge and share it and teach people. He may have one person that he's teaching a lot to.
Is it Merlin?
Merlin!
Is it really? Oh my gosh. I'm picturing him dancing his jig at DCA.
That's all I can picture.
We got to
ever.
meet him there in front of the Cartier Circle Theater. Merlin taught the young King Arthur. Yeah.
And I would place Merlin as a parade float dancer at DCA.
Yeah.
Or at Disneyland, I'm just saying.
Do that jig.
Magic happens. Okay, last and certainly not least. It's a good one. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. Wise and conscientious.
Wise and
conscientious-
constipated.
Constipated. With a knack for guiding others on the right path. Experienced in mentorship and imparting valuable life lessons. Ready to be the moral compass in any professional journey.
Oof. It sounds a lot like my good friend Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket!
Yes. Oh, that's a good one.
100%.
I got 100%. Those were really fun.
Wow.
When you wish upon a star.
When you wish. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Ugh, so good. Well, congratulations.
Woohoo!
100%. I don't think I've ever gotten 100%. Kind of jealous right now. Okay, fine. I'll make my clues harder next time.
Make them harder. No, those are really fun. I like that. LinkedIn.
Hopefully they all find a job. They might want to take our recommendations.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So today we talked about New York, New York. We visited the Disney store. We watched Wish, gave you our review on that, and then played a couple games in there too. We had some Disney New York trivia and seeing if we can get these Disney characters some work. So
Thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed episode 164 of the Disneyholic Show.
follow us on social media at the Disneyholics.
And if you want to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at disneyholics.com.
Okay, bye.
Bye.